ลับเข้าสู่ช่วงที่ 3 ของรายการนะคะช่วงทอล์คค่ะในสัปดาห์ที่แล้วนะคะเราได้นำเสนอเรื่องของความรู้ที่มีประโยชน์เกี่ยวกับเปปไทด์ที่ดีต่อสุขภาพค่ะวันนี้นะคะหลายๆคนก็คงจะยังอยากรู้ต่อว่าเปปไทด์เทอราปีนี่คืออะไรแล้วก็มันมีเนื้อหาอะไรที่น่าสนใจเกี่ยวกับเรื่องนี้อีกเดี๋ยววันนี้เรามารู้กันค่ะเรายังคงอยู่กับดร. แพดดี้เจเคซี่นะคะผู้เชี่ยวชาญการพัฒนาผลิตภัณฑ์จากเซลล์และสเต็มเซลล์ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะSo today we will continue talking more detail about peptide.
Yes.
So could you please explain about chaperone protein?
So with the peptide therapy, there are some base proteins which are very important for our cells. We'll call those structural proteins. So proteins that make up your heart or your liver or your lung. But there's a whole other class of proteins that are sort of the most interesting, I suppose, in science the last 10 years, called chaperone proteins. The significance of chaperone proteins is they're a protein that actively runs your cell. It's sort of like the bit of the policeman of your cell, looking after the other proteins, making sure that they run properly. That's the one. So what science has found is that when you get older, you actually lose those proteins. You lose the ability to make chaperone proteins, and then things start to go a little bit wrong in your cell. So when people are looking for an anti-aging therapy, like peptide therapy, it'd be most important to have a chaperone proteins that can go into the cell and actually start to actually reverse some of the changes that have occurred. So on the way to a cell getting very bad disease and just before it dies, a chaperone protein has been shown that they can actually make that cell come backwards and come back into life. So the Ovitech product, the peptide therapy, is the only therapy in the world that has chaperone proteins in it. So Mr. Murray, the owner of Ovitech, he actually has a patent in the US before the examiners on chaperone protein and how the peptide therapy is the only therapy in the world with that.
Interesting. And where is peptide therapy available?
So for the last 13 years it's been available in Australasia, America, Europe, but we've had a lot of interest from up here, from Thailand, and so we're here, been talking to the doctors who are very interested in making it available up here in Thailand in the very near future.
So is it possible that Thailand is going to be the first in Asia, in Southeast Asia?
Yes, I think that's the plan, and the doctors are very, very interested. They understand up here, and obviously the level of training of the doctors here in Thailand is very, very high, and so we think that would be an ideal place for peptide therapy made available in Asia.
บอกว่าเป็นความหวังของประเทศไทยเหมือนกันที่จะมีโอกาสนำเปปไทด์เทอราพีเข้ามาในเมืองไทยไม่แน่เราอาจจะเป็นกลุ่มแรกๆที่ได้ทดลองสิ่งนี้ก็ได้ในเอเชียของเราน่าสนใจมากค่ะ Okay. The next question, what do you think about the future of peptide in medical?
I think it's really exciting. I suppose it's the most interesting part of our understanding of how cells age. And for the last 10 years, everyone's been going down this pathway, understanding the lack of chaperone, that if you don't have those proteins, then in fact your cells will age badly and a lot of disease will happen. We didn't know how to get chaperone proteins, and now with peptide therapy we know how to get the chaperone proteins and then how we can treat an individual so they can go to their cells and aid in the repair and the regeneration of the cells and the organs and make the individual healthier and feel better and live longer.
So in what age do we need to take the therapy?
So traditionally we've thought about sort of older age medicine being from the 40s onwards, and aging medicine is a very interesting thing because as we live longer, we have different disease processes become more prevalent as we get older. So the human population has more of these aging diseases like diabetes, like problems with the heart, problems with the hypertension, problems with the kidneys. So although we traditionally have looked at the over 40 population, it now appears that the younger population, especially with sports-related injuries and specific diseases like diabetes, is becoming more and more prevalent and a larger problem. And so really looking at treating anyone over 30 is a potential candidate for looking at anti-aging. So our sort of whole idea of aging is changed as a dynamic, and we now understand that a lot of aging is going on. Although we feel very young, I know I don't look it, but someone like you feels very young, but things are already starting to happen in the cells themselves. So it's just through doctors, and so the doctor knows how to use the peptide therapy, and so we look forward to the Thai population using that.
โอ้โหเราก็ได้ทราบข้อมูลเกี่ยวกับเรื่องใหม่ของเราก็คือ chaperone peptide นะคะน่าสนใจมากวันนี้ต้องขอบคุณดร.กันดีกว่าค่ะ Thank you very much for coming and talking about the peptide and give us a very useful information about the peptide and also the chaperone. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you.
เอาละค่ะวันนี้ก็หมดเวลาสำหรับกระปอมแล้วก็ดร. แพดดี้แล้วสำหรับรายการ Happy Healthy You ยังคงมีทุกวันจันทร์ค่ะเวลาเที่ยง 35 และสามารถชมรีดันได้เวลาเที่ยงคืนตรงของวันจันทร์วันเดียวกันนี่เองค่ะคุณผู้ชมท่านไหนนะคะที่มีเรื่องราวอยากจะเล่าให้เราฟังหรือว่าอยากจะติดตามข่าวสารอัปเดตสามารถเข้าไปได้ที่ www.facebook.com/happyhealthyyutv ค่ะแล้วพบกันใหม่สัปดาห์หน้านะคะสำหรับวันนี้สวัสดีค่ะ